I don't even know where to begin with this video because I just want to speak my truth, okay? So we're watching the news last night, and all of a sudden it was like, okay, the president said that there should be more regulation on no longer permitting people to come into the country from shithole countries. It pretty much suggested Africa and Haiti. That's what was said. Well, today the president said that he didn't say that, and I don't believe him just because, you know, we have a history of him saying a lot of stuff. I'm pretty much just making this video to put out a different perspective that people should look at when we decide to talk about immigration. So we have a president that doesn't feel like we should allow people from certain countries to come into the country. Side note on the wall situation. I'm like, why are we building a wall though? There's already like really tight security around the border between the United States and Mexico.
The picture that I have in my head when I think of that situation is literally like a bunch of like Mexicans running or whatever to the wall and just start climbing.
You don't have a bunch of Mexicans that are like just running towards the border to want to get in. That's not how it works. If you're coming to the United States from Africa, you have to apply for a visa. When you get approved for a visa, then you can buy a plane ticket to want to come here. You can't just buy a plane ticket and say, I'm coming to America and come to America. It doesn't work that way. So there's no like open border situation. They've pretty much painted this picture. Anybody can just come here and they're just coming here and no, nobody coming here. Nobody just comes here. You want to build a wall? Go ahead and build a wall. You know how ludicrous it sounds like you're going to build a wall. And you got people that are actually like, yeah, we should build a wall. It sounds stupid. Do you know how ignorant it sounds that you're going to put up a structure? What is this? The wall of China?
Because if I'm determined to get into the country, I could climb a wall. Build your wall. I just come through a tunnel.
I think I'm first or second generation immigrant. I don't know what I am. We came into the country as refugees. I just want to clarify something so people understand how this thing works. We came through an organization called the UNHCR, which is United Nations High Commission for Refugees. It was my mom and dad, me and my siblings. There was 5 of us, $1,500 per person. You had 2 years to pay it back. Nobody's helping you pay back this money. If you don't have that money paid back in those 2 years, it goes on your credit. We paid off our plane tickets within that first year. We paid it off within that first year. Now, granted, you are in a new country where you have to navigate. You have to learn. You have to fend for yourself. And this country was not what I thought it was going to be. As a 10-year-old girl, I experienced so much hatred from human beings at that age. I had never had suicidal ideations or ideations before. Upon stepping into this country was the first time I had suicidal ideations or ideations at 10 years old. People were so mean. Nothing is handed to the immigrant when they come. Everything that an immigrant has in this country, they've earned it, they work hard for it. Most immigrants that live in the United States have 2, 3 jobs. And I give my parents the highest remarks and the highest regards because they were able to navigate a new situation without having somebody like shadow them or like they shadow somebody or anything. They had to figure it out while having 3 mouths to feed, like navigating the language and everything. Yes, we spoke English, but there's certain words that are different. Like, for example,
I nearly damn ate a candle one time because, you know, I thought it said candy and I nearly ate it. Like, I mean, I technically took a bite out of it. Like, I'm just saying. But, like, British people call it sweets. And then you guys call it candy. And I was so confused. It was like, dude, don't judge me. I was 10.
You can imagine if I was struggling, how my parents felt. So when we applied for our green card, my parents had to pay $800 for 5 people. There were 6 of us in our family, but because he's born here, he's a naturalized, he's a citizen. He's a citizen, so they didn't have to pay for him. So the 5 people, $800 per person. When you apply for your naturalization, your citizenship, it's $1,500. It's $1,500.
Some people can argue and say, you know, that's administrative fee or whatever, just like if you went to go file for your passport. When you go file for your passport, it's $70.
It's $70. For you to become a naturalized citizen, it means that you have not committed any crimes. that you are an outstanding citizen. You've gone through the process of being interrogated, being interviewed. You've gone through the fingerprinting and all. There are things that happen before these things happen. So for people to get on the news and make it seem like, people are just becoming citizens and it's just easy to do these things and it's just like, they make it seem so easy. It is a process that takes a long time. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that people need to understand that nothing is handed to the immigrant. Immigrants work very hard. America is not great because America is dishing out handouts. America is great because America has opportunities for everyone. Those that will grab the bull by the horns, right, are the ones that will make it, are the ones that now achieve the picket fence life or the American dream. Everybody dreams of the American dream, not because it's a handout, but because everybody has equal opportunity to be able to make something of themselves. Immigrants in this nation work hard. They fend for their families. They do good work. They're not taking the jobs that you're so-called wanting. You didn't even want the jobs. They're taking the jobs you don't want to do. I know a lot of Republicans, and I'm not Democrat. I hate both parties because some has upsides, some has downsides. I refuse to be identified with a particular sector because all of them have issues. So Republican Party is not better than Democrat. Democrats are not better than Republicans. We need to start looking at each other as human beings and do what is best for everyone, for mankind. I know that sounds very cliche, and yes, we probably will never get there. But the truth of the matter is people just need to be a little bit smarter. You need to pick up a book and read a book. You need to think before you speak. You need to listen to people, but be able to derive your own conclusion from what they said. You need to be discerning to know when someone is lying and when someone is just a douchebag. So the notion that immigrants are bad for our nation is stupid. I know a lot of Nigerians that come and drop money like no man's business. They make us in the United States look so freaking bummy because we don't got cash. We work on credit. You don't have the money that you're spending. Foreigners do. They have the money. They come and drop money. People that are buying houses that are over $500,000 but paying cash. But who's getting the tax money from those things though? The government. So don't tell me immigrants are not good for our society. Don't tell me they're from shithole countries. Because where we're sitting right now in our country, I'm just saying, you can derive what you derive from what I just said. I went to school. I've never been arrested for a crime. I freak out if I'm pulled over by the police not because I feel like I'm going to get shot. No, that's not where I was going with that. You wrong for that. No, just because I'm a goody two-shoe. I'm a business owner. I have a good head on my shoulders because my parents raised me, right? And that's exactly what they wanted for their children is, I want a brighter future for my children. And a lot of immigrants in this nation, that's exactly why they came. I just want a better future for my futures. I want a better future for my children, for my family. I want to be the entryway. I want to gain what that American dream is. I just want an opportunity. Anyone can grab the opportunity by the horns and make something of themselves. And that's what immigrants have done in this nation. I don't see why we're penalizing or wanting to penalize others from coming to have a better life. America used to be great because America used to open its doors to foreigners. It opened its heart to people that considered nobodies, and it opens its heart to people. That's what makes America great. America is great because of its diversity. America is great because we used to have each other's backs. I remember when 9/11 happened, and it didn't matter what religion, what culture, everybody came together because everybody loved one another. I remember a time in America where I genuinely loved it because it was like you were friends with your neighbors. And now I just look and it's so sad. And my sister cracks jokes all the time in my neighborhood because nobody says hi to each other. We're now living in a society where we look at each other and we can't even see humanity anymore because we're looking and we're thinking, you could hurt me at any time. But it's so sad. I just think it's really sad. But yeah, that's what this video is about. I just wanted to pour my heart out a little bit here, but search yourself and really, I mean, I just want people to be smarter. Be smarter.